Hello again. Okay, so kind of the next step is once you have this flat, fully flat. Actually, no, I'm gonna go back. So when you have the lumps, humps, if you have any, the best thing to do is take a pencil. If I had a pencil readily available, here we are. Okay, basically you would take a pencil and wherever your hump or lump or bump is, you basically go here and you kind of mark it with a pencil, you know, and then you can kind of see where you need to work on, and then that way it is visible visually to where you actually need to concentrate, and then you just take little passes to basically be able to get that all nice and flat, okay? Once you have your one face flat, what you're gonna do is you're gonna work on the edge, okay? So, I'm gonna grab my piece. Okay, put it in your vise. Okay. Okay, now it's in my vise, okay? So, what's gonna happen now is, sorry, let's do that. Okay, so, and I apologize for saying sorry all the time. First time making videos, so here we are. So, so you're gonna take your plane again, your jack plane, okay? And then what you're gonna do is, again, you're just gonna go across, okay? Until you start seeing it get cleaned up. Okay. I got it pretty flat, okay? Pretty smooth, pretty flat. So now we gotta check, is you gotta check if it's actually square, okay? So, I'm gonna use my combination square again, okay? Take your block out, okay? Now, the face that you actually cleaned up and finished, that's the one that you wanna reference with your combination square. And you're gonna take it, you're gonna put this onto the nice flat face, okay? And you're gonna check like this if it is nice and flat, or if it's at 90, sorry, I keep saying flat, but if it's at 90 degrees, okay? So you're gonna go all the way down, you're gonna check if it's at 90. If it's not, okay, again, you're gonna mark it with a pencil, and you're gonna do little passes to work on it to make it at 90 degrees, okay? So me looking at this guy, surprisingly, it is actually at 90 degrees, woohoo! So it could be that easy, or you could be there for hours, okay? And the biggest thing is you want to try not to tip or angle your plane. That's kind of the biggest thing. And honestly, one or two passes and check. One or two passes and check. Because if you do a whole bunch and all of a sudden you're making it go like this, it's going to take a lot longer to get it cleaned up, okay? And then basically, once you have one face and one edge, then you can excuse me, you can work on making it to the thickness that you need. And the way to do that is you would take a marking gauge. Okay, so here we have our marking gauge, okay? And then you would look at your drawings and your plans and figure out how thick it's supposed to be, okay? All right, then I'm just gonna have this lift up so I'm not, whoa, crouching awkwardly. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pocket ruler, okay, and you're gonna take your marking gauge. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna find your measurement on here that you want this to be the thickness of, and you're gonna put it on, okay? And then you're gonna basically line it up with however wide you want it. Okay? So for an arbitrary number, I'm just gonna use 15 millimeters. And then I'm gonna set that up, tighten that up. Okay? And then check my 15. And I don't know how well you can see that. It's at 15, I promise you that, okay? So now that it's at 15, again, I just picked a number, a random number. So what you're gonna do then is you're gonna grab your piece, the flat side, okay? And then you've got your nice edge here, okay? So you're gonna take your marking gauge. You're gonna put it on the bottom of your nice referenced edge, okay? This top should be rough, okay? What you're gonna do is then you're gonna take it and you're gonna basically make a line, and you're gonna not do it in the air, you're gonna do it on your bench like a proper person. So actually I'm gonna put it back, I'm gonna put it in the vise and do it properly. Okay, don't do what I do, just do it as what I say, okay? Okay, here. Let's try that again. Okay, here we go. And let's try that again. Okay, let's see how that works. Perfect, okay. So again, this is my clean face. This is my marking gauge. I'm gonna put it on, okay? And then basically, you're gonna run it along your edge as I hit my camera with it. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna do it this way so maybe my hand isn't totally in the way, okay? And you're gonna slide it along. Okay, and you're gonna make, it's gonna make a nice line in your board. Okay, what I also like to do after is I actually like to take my pencil and I take it on the line that I just made and I darken it with my pencil. So I don't know how well you guys can see that, okay, but there is my pencil mark, okay? All right, so basically, now it's nice and dark, and now I can see it, okay? So now, once you do that, you would do your other face, the rough face, and you would basically hand plane again to that line, but you would also do this line all around, okay, first, and then you would start hand planing down to that. And then that is, yeah, that's how that kind of goes. It's kind of the same method for going all around and getting it all done, because you're going to basically want to have, you know, this guy at 90, and then you're going to want to have, you know, this guy to the right width as well. So you're going to want to measure, do a line, and then you're going to hand plane. You're going to hand plane until it's the right width, and so on and so forth. I'll go over the steps. You'll have your shot module, so it should be pretty easy peasy when you guys are actually doing it in class. And I'll be there to help anyways. So hopefully this wasn't the worst video you've ever seen, and hopefully this helps you guys out with at least knowing a little bit more what you guys will be doing.